Hey everyone, welcome to this video where I'm going to show you 2 prompts that you need to master to become a ChatGPT ninja. Now the reason is you can make the output of almost any other prompt 10 times more helpful by using just these 2 prompts. I use them daily and I feel that once you get a hang of them, you'll wonder how you live without them. So let's get started and meet these 2 prompts. Well, now that I've shown you the first prompt, it might look complicated, but don't worry, that's the entirety, all the variations combined. We'll start with the simplest example of this prompt. So for that, I'm going to use an existing example, explain quantum computing in simple terms, and let's see what ChatGPT has to say about it. Now, my assumption is that the field of quantum computing is complex and most of us will struggle. So here's where this prompt in a simple avatar will help you. You could say, give me an analogy to understand this. Let's see what happens now. And the beauty is it starts creating an analogy to help you understand quantum computing. Now, why an analogy? The way our minds work, we learn new information by creating connections with existing information in our minds. And analogies are connections between something that you know and something that you're trying to learn, something that is new to you. That's an analogy. It's like a bridge between something that you know and something that is unknown to you right now. You're trying to connect the 2 dots, right? And that's why you use ChatGPT to use an analogy. Let's see, in the first part, it starts with a beautiful sentence. Imagine you have a puzzle made up of a large number of pieces. So you can read all of this, but at a glance, this definitely feels more natural to me. So this is the simplified version of this prompt, and it makes understanding and learning things 10 times faster. Now there's a variation of this prompt. Remember in the previous videos, creating prompts is all about being more specific. So let's get more specific. Now this makes this prompt even more powerful. It is one thing to say, give me an analogy to understand this, and it's an entirely different thing to say, hey, give me an analogy to understand this as a sales professional. Now you're fine-tuning the input and saying, hey, I'm a sales professional. I have a lot of information in my mind related to sales. You can replace sales profession with an entrepreneur or a computer programmer or a linguist or so on and so forth. Let's see how ChatGPT refines the output now. And that's the beauty of this. I was blown away when I discovered this prompt, and now it's become an essential part of me using ChatGPT in everyday life. Now for a sales professional, it's trying to explain things to you as a sales professional. Hopefully you start to see the power of this prompt. Now, this is about understanding. What if you wanted to explain this to someone? You could first have a look at this and understand this. But now another variation of this prompt is, this is an interesting angle. As a sales professional, you asked ChatGPT to explain it to you. So once you've understood it, you're giving the persona of a linguist professor, someone who deals with communication language. And let's see what ChatGPT has to say now. And this is the beauty. I'm absolutely blown away with the possibilities and how much time and effort and energy we as ChatGPT ninjas can save using this one prompt. All right, so hopefully you're excited now. And before you go on trying this prompt, I want to show you the other prompt, and then you can combine the power of 2 prompts with other prompts. You'll see how you can unleash the ninja skills of ChatGPT. Let's see the second prompt. So now that you've seen the prompt in its entirety, this is a simplified version of this prompt. Explain meditation to a 5-year-old, and let's see what ChatGPT has to say now. And there we go. ChatGPT starts to break the concept of meditation into simpler, digestible chunks and concepts that hopefully a 5-year-old may be able to understand. Give me an analogy to explain this to a 5-year-old. And this is where the power of these 2 prompts come into play. And ChatGPT starts to explain the concept of meditation to a 5-year-old using analogies. And this is beautiful. Like, I feel that I could take this information and hopefully try to explain this to a 5-year-old. Although 5-year-olds, sometimes they have a hard time listening to you. They don't always want to listen to you. And I can see all the parents here, a 5-year-old kid smiling. So there you have it, my ChatGPT ninjas. Hopefully you've seen the power of these 2 prompts, and I'm excited on how you're going to use these 2 prompts with the upcoming prompts I'm going to share with you in the next section. Enjoy your time with ChatGPT and create awesome stuff. And I'm looking forward to meeting you in my other videos.